Hey, everybody, it's time again for the Mikey and Al podcast. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Al.
And I'm Nick.
What's going on, everybody?
How are you?
Everybody doing okay? You know what? September, end of September.
Getting cold.
Getting
Nice.
cold,
Clammy.
clammy, freezing out, right?
Yep.
Rain.
Rain.
You know what? Fall's here.
It's been miserable a few days, these past few days.
How are you with fall? I mean, when it comes to summer, winter, fall, spring, where do you fit in? Where's your top category?
I like fall.
You
I like
you
fall when
fall.
it's sunny.
Fall
When
and
it's rainy,
sunny.
it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's
Plus, you're
miserable,
coming
sick weather.
coming into the holidays.
Yeah.
You know, you got you got Halloween coming up. You got Thanksgiving,
Christmas.
leading into Christmas. I get all
Year's.
that. Yeah, it's crazy. But you know what? Sometimes I think with this weather,
Yeah.
you know, I watch some of those shows of people who are out there and they, you know, because tonight I'm going to put a fire on and be in the house.
Yep.
I got, we got gas, we got electric, we can get a little, if we want, we take a nice shower, that kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it got me thinking about those people out there, and you see those shows of people who living off the grid.
Oof.
And I'm like, how do you do it? What kind of person do you have to be? I mean, I think it's cool as shit, but do you
Yeah.
think you could do that?
No.
don't
I
think-
don't have the grit. Number one. But I just because I do watch the show.
Right.
Like the off the grid stuff, the Yukon and the action,
Right.
and this,
Right.
that, and the other.
And who was the family? There was a family who lived off the grid for a period of time. I can't think of their names right now.
Yeah, what were their names? They were-
Mormons.
They had a very funny accent.
Right. They lived
Yeah.
in
Weird
in
composite
Alaska.
accent.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But you wonder about that. I mean, there is. What do you think? Why do you think people? I mean, what motivates them to do that? What do you think somebody?
Well, they usually say because it's a better way of life, they could live free, and they don't
Yeah.
have to answer to anybody. But I think you could do that a little closer than 13,000 miles away.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or away from any kind of medical help.
Yeah. Wouldn't you think?
I think so. I think you could find peace a little closer.
You could go
Or
up.
a little peace and quiet. A little
Exactly. You can go up to a cabin maybe for a weekend or whatnot, but then you got a Hilton if you need it, or you go to. But it just amazes me when I think about it. And I'm wondering how these people, what goes through their mind that they could sit there and live off the land like that.
Or how do you not get sick of your spouse?
Yeah,
Right? And then if you're by yourself, how do you not get sick of yourself?
that's my point.
They always look a little washed out and punchy.
They really
A little
do.
watery eyed, right? Eustace is chewing on roots, he's just kind of.
Yeah, yeah. And then they're
If
sitting
we
there.
don't get this lumber up the hill, we're going to lose this place.
Fast. We're not going to have
You're getting an
fun.
episode
Exactly.
fee, Eustace.
Exactly. And they're like,
Middle of nowhere.
I'm on accident.
if we don't get enough bear or deer meat before the winter, we're screwed. Or
Yeah, if I don't get
something
enough
like
I think
caribou.
this is the
that. I
best
don't get enough
turkey.
caribou.
And then the
best-
guy's pull starting a
chainsaw.
what do you call it?
The chainsaw or whatever it is.
An automatic rifle.
He's pull starting a real piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Snowmobile.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, from 1970.
Yeah.
It's got the corny yellow and stuff. It's like, oh, this thing isn't working. It's like, I think you should get something a little newer.
Yeah.
More reliable.
Well, he can repair that one. He probably wouldn't be able to repair the new
It's
one.
either that or they're faking it. They're just breaking it out for filming.
think
And
they're
he's
breaking
got
it out.
the new heated grip Articat.
probably what it is.
4-stroke never flips.
Yeah.
Or that,
Shit.
or they got to sit there and they got to patch that shit up together.
Yeah.
And then you know what? There's no TV. They got no electricity. It just is amazing. But you know what? There's something. I know there's something romantic about it too, right? Because
Yeah.
you're like, you know what? Fuck everything. I'm just gonna go
And live.
live on my own.
Yeah. Which there is something to that, right?
Yeah.
Because then your natural senses come back, right? You're kind of like your instinctual
Right.
kind of stuff comes back. It probably gets more in tune with the woods and nature and everything, and then you get you don't miss Monday night football anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't miss Wednesday night dinner at your mother-in-law's.
Right.
And you're just kind of like there.
But you know what? I could be at home for 2 days. Let's say if I'm by myself,
Yeah.
I'm already driving myself crazy.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
I know. You look in the
I
mirror
got a
and you're like,
TV.
I can't stand this asshole anymore.
Exactly. You're like,
I need
whatever.
to be around anybody else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got to go get ignored by a clerk or something. Go buy a pack of gum.
Yep.
Right. And they're walking with these big ass tennis shoes. You know those shoes
Yeah.
that are they look like tennis rackets, and they're sitting there through the snow.
Snow trotters,
Going over to get water. And it's just crazy.
I'll kill my share.
But here's a question, though, because I from OCC and American Choppers, there is a film crew. There's somebody is making the show, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think the dynamic is there? You think it's completely they're living off the grid, or you think they're living off the grid for the show, flying, to maybe a Hilton hotel for
There's a
the
weird thing.
weekend?
Yeah, when you think of it on
and
the
then come
ground
back?
level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you think of it on the ground level, these guys, they're off the grid, right? They
Right.
want to be away from everybody.
Right.
That's their whole reason. Then they have like a 10-person film crew living on the premises.
Right.
So it's they have more company than anybody else.
So it is a little hypocritical, maybe to a certain degree.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
taken
I
from
guess, or
craft.
They're just I guess it's
know?
not completely true. Yeah, like living off the grid. Really, it would be like a shitty web camera.
Right.
Some guy sitting there in his living room.
Yep.
He's taking
Yeah.
the last of his homemade hooch.
Right.
I mean, he just.
There's guys just like that. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. You kind of like it's boring, is what I'm saying. It would be kind of boring.
But then you
I
wonder.
guess I'll back that
He
up.
flips a coin. He's like, not today. Puts the
Yeah.
gun back in
Well,
and small amount goes tech.
You wonder about like the medical related thing, because you know what, living off the grid. I mean, you go out there,
Yeah.
you break your ankle,
Yeah, you're pinned under something, or you get
pinned under something.
Eaten by mosquitoes, or,
eaten by
eaten
mosquitoes.
by a bear.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's just weird. I think that I was just thinking that, I guess because of the weather and how many people out there have tried that, or at least those shows seem to be really, really popular. And again, there was a whole family who did. I can't think of the family.
I wonder if, on average, it draws a family, no matter how big, closer together or further apart. You know what I mean? Or maybe not further apart, but closer together, but more irritable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because you don't have anybody around. You're not in your teens. You're not dating people.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's interesting though, because you came in contact with a bear not too long ago. And you
I did,
telling us
yeah.
a story.
Yeah.
And you
shit my pants.
You shit your pants just by
Shit my
that.
pants.
But
Yeah.
can you're in some small cabin somewhere in the fucking middle of Alaska or Canada, and you got to worry about that shit. Grizzly
I ran
bears
into
and all
a
that?
black bear, which is the least aggressive
Yeah.
and the smallest.
Tell us that story
They
again.
have grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I blew out a trail around the house where I'm living. There's a big perimeter.
Right.
And it was through the woods, and it's about a 30-minute hike. And it took me
It's nice.
about a week and a half to blow it out with the leaf blower.
Right.
Good.
And then I took my first hike around, and halfway around, I ran into the bear. And apparently bears are pretty bad at hearing.
Uh-huh.
The vision's pretty good. So as
Really?
soon as I came up over this hill, it's either that or their hearing's good and their vision's bad. Either which way, I wasn't making enough noise or motion.
Right.
So I did once I came up over the hill, and I saw him kind of like clinch real quick, like he came to, up on guard.
Now wait a minute.
He
Walk.
just kind of shook and then took off.
So walk me through this. There was eye contact. He saw you.
Yeah, there was some eye contact.
Okay. Was he?
Must have been about 50, 60 feet away.
Okay. Was he sort of sideways, backing up, going towards you? And what did you do? I mean, what was your first sense? Was it like
Run. And I read what to do beforehand because I thought, I'm paranoid about bears.
which you're not supposed to do, right? So apparently, you're supposed to be as big. I mean, if it's
Supposed
a
to be as
black
big
bear,
as you can, and then start saying, "Hey, bear, hey," like act like you're big and strong,
does that just all fall to shit in the moment? Though you're like,
Yeah, run. Yeah, if anybody's watching this, if you see a bear, run as fast as you can because it's instinctual.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
because that thing's gonna catch you. Also, it was very fast.
very fast.
Then I realized, like on this over a small bluff right next to me, the thing was running parallel with me.
It was.
Yeah, so I had to turn back around and continue forward instead of running away. So I
Right.
should have kind of ran towards him.
So you
Like
saw
a
the
suicide kind of.
you saw the bear parallel to you.
Yeah, straight ahead,
Oh my god!
right on the path.
Really?
Yep, and he was tearing apart like what looked like human remains.
Oh my god!
Yep,
Well, you know what? What would have scared me even more.
I made that part of it.
What would have scared me even more is if I was running. At least you got to see the bear parallel.
Yeah.
But thinking it was coming behind me because they're quick.
Yeah.
And boom, it hits you. You know, or were you looking backwards? When did you know you were?
You feel the footsteps of the linebacker kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, except you're not getting hit by a linebacker.
Exactly.
You know,
When
this is
did
a revenant?
When did you feel safe? Like you could take a deep breath once you got into the house?
Yeah, when I got into the house. And I was halfway around the trail, so I had another 15-minute walk around. You know, so I had to decide to go forward, you know, even though the bear.
Gotcha.
But I was waiting for the thing to jump out and kill me for the next 15 minutes.
It's crazy. Now think about that living off the grid where you got nobody else around. You got
Couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right? I couldn't do it either. And I'm afraid I'm going to fall through the ice or some bullshit like that. You know, trip across. There's so many different variables that you can get hurt with. But you know, living off the grid,
Snap your shin in half or something.
Exactly.
You know, internal bleeding.
So were you in the house finally when you got to take a deep breath and go, what the fuck? Wow. Okay.
But I was kind of enjoying the fear, you know.
Sort of adrenaline, right?
To attack. Yeah, I looked it up. There's like one black bear attack in New York every year. And I think it's because they're majorly provoked. You know, like someone's.
I don't know, dude. I mean, but you want to be that one? I mean, at the end of the day.
That's why I haven't gone back into the woods.
Because they're like 600 pounds. I mean,
He's
big.
Yeah. He's big. And he's
Crazy.
fast. That's what got me. I always thought bears were like, brr, brr,
Oh, 30 miles from what I understand.
boom, cooking. Yeah, he ran like a cat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
You know what? There was this one.
It's his woods anyways.
I forgot the guy's name. There was this guy who used to go out and try to live with grizzly bears for a long period of time.
Grizzly Man. That's been on Pluto TV.
Right.
recently.
You saw that? Okay.
Yep.
And the bear turned on him and finally took him out, and and I think his girlfriend or his wife, and they have the audio of it. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, they don't even play the audio. They play they play a video of someone listening to the audio because it's so gruesome.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty.
But
Because he let the bear eat him. I'll give him that. He went all the way.
He did.
Yeah, he's crazier than a shithouse rat, but
he lived with them. I mean, literally was sitting out there going, "Oh, I love you. And you know what? At some point, I mean, there has to be some common sense when you start living with some of these animals that you think are not going to turn on you.
I guess, but there's also a chance of becoming complacent.
Yeah.
You know, so you just become too comfortable with these wild beasts.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, Larry and Freddie and Georgie,
Yeah.
you know, and the next thing you know, he's just casually bites right through your throat.
Yep.
I mean, Siegfried and Roy, that happened to them too,
Absolutely.
right?
Happened to them.
And they were doing it forever.
Yep.
Cripes.
And then, from what I understand, one of the most gruesome attacks can be from monkeys.
Oh, they'll rip your arms off and beat you to death with them?
They will
they'll
rip every digit off.
Yeah.
They will rip your face off.
Then your wiener, right?
They'll rip your
Right?
everything.
Hey, genitals.
Your genitals.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
You said it.
I'm telling you,
Buster.
And it's just crazy. Ripping all that off. I mean, ugh.
That's pretty. And then what? You survive from that? You know? And be like, no, please.
I think
please.
there's been a couple of people who have
kill me.
survived. I don't know if I'd want to, though, because I think they had to reconstruct somebody's face. And this individual, God bless him, there was nothing left.
Christ.
I mean, it was incredible what occurred. Makes you wonder if you had to.
Rip someone's face off?
No, but I mean, think about if you had to live. Let's say somebody said, you know what, you have to lose a couple of senses. You know, you know, we can hear, we can smell, we can touch.
Mm-hmm.
What is something? I mean, if you had to lose one of your senses, would it be sight or hearing? Possibly. I know it's a fucked up question, but I've thought about
one
that
sense?
sometimes. If you had to, if somebody said, you know what, you had to give up one, what do you think you could live without? More hearing or sight? I've thought about that for some stupid reason.
That's a
from
tough
time
one.
to time.
I'd have to go without hearing.
I think I got to agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sight would be a little.
Too much.
A little too much, right?
I think so.
I think so too.
I'm too vain to not have my sight, but I am prepared to not have my sight. Like I learned, I could play the piano still, I guess,
Like a
and I could get around my house.
like Beethoven.
I can play. I mean, I practice my pieces with
you
my
like
eyes
that.
closed to get it to my muscle memory
So
often.
you would choose to do away with your sight.
No, I'm like I said, I'm too vain. I like
keep
having
your
my
sight.
eyes. I would keep my sight, but losing the ability to hear music would suck.
Well, you're mistaken how you look for how you see. Right?
No, I would want to make sure that I look good.
But if you're vain,
Yeah, but the way you look now,
you,
you may
see
want
well, not look good.
Yeah, but I'm trying to improve how I look.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
but-
sure your mom will comb your hair for you.
Yeah, and
don't need
Shoot me in the face, Mike.
the way you look
I will.
now,
Thank you.
you may want to
a
opt
promise.
to lose your sight. I mean, but anyway,
Thanks, Al.
that's that's. I'm just fucking.
Where were we with this?
No, we're
talking
talking
about
about
hearing
being
and
off the
losing
grid.
sight,
That's just a crazy thing, being off the grid and whatnot. We're talking about, we're coming into the fall season.
Fall season.
What do you typically do? Let's say holiday wise, Halloween. What's your favorite holiday? I mean, and why?
Yom Kippur. Really good kreplach.
Really?
My Uncle Larry makes great kreplach.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say.
My favorite
wanna
holiday,
shout out?
honestly, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is
Yeah,
probably
it's near my
too.
birthday, which is nice, but I really like it because it's a holiday that's low pressure.
Yeah. True.
Make it, you not make it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's all about the meal, and then
All
everybody
about
just
the cooking.
relaxes. You know?
Are you guys doing the whole, the whole fishes, everything of that nature in terms of on Thanksgiving, or is it straight turkey ham, or what are you
It's
doing?
straight turkey ham, kind
Yeah.
of Americanized. Yeah, we kind of veered from the Italian kind of stuff. I think.
Okay.
A while ago.
Yeah, I would say Thanksgiving would be my best bet too.
Right? Low
Yeah.
pressure, man. It's before the pressure really starts cooking on the
You know, with
holidays.
Christmas, everybody. I mean, it's tough. Everybody's.
Ah,
It's all about the bullshit of the Christmas presents and all that, and buying gifts from and when you get kids, I'm sure everybody out there probably agrees it's tough. And as they get older, everybody wants more and more expensive things. My 13-year-old just asked me for. There's some kind of sweatshirt out there called a BAP.
a babe.
BAPE. You know
It's
it?
like $500.
Yeah. How do you know it?
Andy's kid wanted one a couple of years ago.
Did he get him one?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
I think he might have got him a knockoff babe.
My
Like,
kid
this
just
looks
asked me
like
that
a
because
babe,
my
but,
kids.
I can also get you a PlayStation.
Yeah,
Or
I never
can
heard
get
of
you
it.
a sweatshirt.
Exactly. What? It's just amazing that these kids nowadays at 12, 13,
Yeah.
they have the. I couldn't imagine asking my at that age for
Asking your old man for more than like $20.
for like
Tops.
a $20, $30 gift, right?
Yeah.
A $400 or $500 sweatshirt, straight face too. He was like, "Come on," He's like, "Why can't you
Is
afford
that all
it?
he wants, or then you got to
That's
get him
all he
like
wants?
another? Really?
Isn't that enough?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But I mean, like he didn't consider maybe he wants to diversify for Christmas.
Oh, well, when I told him it's an absolute no-go, then he was like, okay, now he's back to the Champions sweatshirts.
Okay,
I was like,
good.
I'll buy you 2 of those.
Yeah, no problem, man. Get those on clearance the day
Those
after
on
Christmas.
clearance, so we're good to go. I'm cool with that. But what were some of the, let's say during the OCC era, what was some of the weirdest things or some of the coolest things, people sent out of the blue to you, maybe that you got, and it was delivered to the show and you weren't even anticipating it. Some of the things that came in that, you thought were cool, strange, or thankful for.
A lot of nice things. A lot of free little paintings or photos or different artwork that people would put together. I always enjoyed the stuff that wasn't so nice because it had a real personal touch to it.
Right.
I can't cite anything particular right now. I wouldn't want to hurt anyone particular's feelings either, but
Did they do person?
for the most part, people yeah, they would send a bunch of really nice stuff. Like the Mikey bike thing. I have a Mikey bike, right?
Yeah, that's
Which
cool.
the Mikey bike doesn't even exist anymore, but this thing does. It's a Mikey bike made out of toothpicks.
That's very
Boom,
cool.
boom, boom. Someone took a lot of time doing that. Now,
Right.
it's not exactly my style or anything, but I thought that was really flattering that somebody would do something like that.
Gotcha.
One time, a lady, if you want something kind of juicy, I believe early on, some lady sent my brother Paul a weenie mold.
A weenie mold.
Yep, where you're supposed to mix up the plaster and put your weenie in there,
Uh-huh.
and then send it back to them, and then they kind of start filling up the mold for mass
All
production, or just the one-off.
I'm assuming he didn't follow through with it?
I don't think he did. No, no, but I remember thinking that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, weenie mold.
Yeah. I think that is a little, that's one, that's a little interesting.
Yeah.
Now, when they sent you stuff, what did they send you pictures of you too, or was it OCC? I know your pop's got a lot of,
My father got the most. Yeah,
Of course,
and all the caricatures and different renderings of him were really good. They were
Right.
pretty accurate, and they were always fun.
What about corporate wise now? What are some of the, sometimes corporate will send you sweatshirts, they'll send you, gifts. If you guys are doing, let's say you're doing a bike for a particular brand, they may send you, whatever that brand may have, gift, marketing gift ideas from that brand.
Sure.
Anything cool that you can remember coming in?
Went on a shopping spree at Nike. I'm not
Boom.
Wow.
not
cool.
a big fan of Nike myself, just the way they do things.
No.
I'm not going to go into that. But at the time, I was a complete whore.
Yeah.
And I got to go on a shopping spree over at Nike Town.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right near the Nike campus in Portland, Oregon.
So what'd you pick up?
All kinds of mesh shorts, sneakers,
I could see
jumpsuits.
I could see you doing
Looked like
that
a Russian mobster for a little while.
for
you
your
know?
nephews too. Maybe picking up some little Nike shoes and whatnot.
Yeah.
You
I pimped out. We were there at the same time as LeBron James, and it was when he first came into the league.
really?
Yep.
Did you get his autograph?
No, he wouldn't sign anyone's autograph.
Really?
Yeah.
When he first came in?
Yeah, when he first came in. Yeah, he was over at the Nike store.
That's pretty.
But
fucked
what are you going
up.
to do? I don't want to bash the guy either. Jeez.
No, I got you. but
I
at
can
the same
understand he's in a
time-
hurry or whatever.
No, I get you. I get you. In terms of autographs, what are some of the people? I mean, you weren't really big on the autograph thing, right? I guess sometimes when you're running in that circle, you don't really want to ask for the autograph because you may feel like you're putting them out of place.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Kind of, yeah, I'm reluctant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get scared.
You ever get any good photos with people?
Yeah, Gary Busey, Burt Reynolds, John Fogerty.
What
Really?
are those? Because I think we were trying to get
Don't
that.
know. they were taken on film too. It's not like they were digital. They were disposable cameras.
Were they really?
Yeah, that's how old we fucking are.
What is
I
this?
think my brother Paul actually has those because I was thinking, who has that?
Yeah.
But I think Paul has a few of those photos.
We both like music. In terms of instruments, I know you playing piano, right?
A little bit.
A
Yep.
little bit. What are some of the?
You play guitar?
Yep, I do. I'm trying to think. Like, if I had to meet 5 musicians, or if I had the opportunity, who would they be? Who do you think would be in your repertoire?
Dead or
living-
alive?
Dead or alive.
Okay. Jimi Hendrix. I like Jimmy a lot.
Got one.
As weird as it gets,
One
He's
right
out
there. Yep.
Wrote great melodies and everything, right?
Yep.
Okay. Jimmy, I would go with, I don't know, I guess Keith Moon. He was a loony bird.
Keith Moon.
A hell of a drummer. Supposed to be a nice
concur.
guy, but I don't know if I could hang out with him, man. He'd wind up punching you in the face or punching you
Probably.
in the balls.
Yeah.
Jim Keltner. I don't know. He's a
Jim
studio
Keltner.
drummer. Played with most of the Beatles, I believe, on their solo stuff.
See, I wouldn't. That one would have went right over my head.
Yeah,
Very, very
I've seen
cool,
him in
though.
interviews for different Beatles documentaries.
Okay.
Yeah, and he seems like he's like the
Just
guy you
right
want to talk
there.
to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's cool as shit.
Okay. That's 3.
Oh boy, who am I missing here? I want to say Ray Davies, but I don't think I want to hang out with most of those British invasion guys. They seem like they're assholes.
They are, but that's
They
the
are.
best part. Yeah.
I know, but do you want to aim for that? I mean, if I met him briefly and he
Okay.
snubbed me, I'd be happy about that.
Okay.
If like Pete Townsend was like, "Get out of here, you fucking
You
wanker."
you drink with Sean Ono.
Who?
Lennon.
Oh, Sean.
Sean Ono Lennon.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you got to
I
elaborate
met
on
him
that
one
one.
time. It was just him and Frazier. No, not Frazier. The brother from Frazier.
Oh.
Yeah, I met them both at a restaurant separately. I said hi to the guy from Frazier, and he looked at me like, get the fuck away from me.
Who is this?
And then I met Sean Lennon. Yeah. You know what? I don't remember most of that. You'd have to ask my buddy Andy about it. But yeah, we hung out with him. Like went around,
Did you really?
Yeah, went around to these different clubs and stuff and bullshitted with him. And he was really sweet.
So how did that come about? You and Sean, me and Sean Lennon, was it just you were just out and said, "Hey, I'm Mikey," or what?
Just out. No, I think I bumped into him while I was getting seated at a restaurant or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't completely recall. So
Well,
it's a
did
little
he know who
embarrassing.
you were?
He did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think yeah.
All
Yeah, and
right.
of course I knew who he was, right?
Exactly.
And he was really nice.
So you guys
I
went
just
out.
remember him being really nice, but I was pretty wasted.
So he was he was doing a little drinking as well. Do you guys remember where you went? What kind of clubs? What would you do? And how did that come about?
I don't remember.
Do you just walk out the restaurant and go, "Hey, let's go clubbing"?
Anywhere. Yeah.
Or- really?
Sure.
Late night?
Yeah, that's the cool thing about meeting somebody,
Late night?
Yeah, nothing wanky spanky or Studio 54.
Okay. All right.
But, yeah, I forgot where we went. Sure, wherever we went, it was.
What was the conversation flow though with Sean? I mean, how do you not ask about?
His father.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't.
you don't. Okay.
Because I would probably find it a sore subject myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about my dad.
No,
and
I
I was
got
getting
you.
along with him at the time, and he hadn't been assassinated. So,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
So,
Wow, really?
yeah.
What do you mean he has not?
I mean,
I was gonna say.
the point I was making.
Yeah.
I'm trying to untangle my
I got you. I got you now. Yeah.
father had died, So, no, I wouldn't breach
no, I got
that
you.
topic.
I
by any
got you.
stretch.
I got you. So
Yeah,
what,
so it's kind of like,
what's the?
Was it you in '81, Mike? Was it you that did it?
is that a lyric?
No, it was actually you in '81 that shot John Lennon in the
Oh,
streets.
no. Listen, we can't make jokes.
Wait, I know that's not even
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
All right, remove it.
So let's
Cut.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
I felt like bad saying, oh.
Let's go into Sean. What kind of a is he? What kind of a drinker is he in terms of wine, beer, whiskey, a little bit of all three?
All hazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll ask Andy. He'll tell me, and then I'll retell the story as though I remember. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know,
Sometimes when people tell, like Vinny will tell a story, and
Yeah.
it'll completely bring it back, like amnesia.
right?
Especially since I've been dry for a little while.
Yeah.
And then sometimes other memories come back from the old days. But they're never pleasant, man. They're all like always embarrassing, fucking cringe. Oh, what a fucking asshole. Like one time a guy bought us dessert at a restaurant, right? And my buddy's like, "Why don't you thank him?" And I said, if he thank him, he's a big fan. And I said, if he's such a big fan, why doesn't he buy dinner? And luckily, my friend was like, I should punch you in your fucking face. So I got a little more humbled there, but yeah, I remember
got
saying
you.
that, but I wouldn't have, I just recently remembered saying that.
Yeah.
After being dry for a while, but like these little memory banks aren't completely fried; they get like fired back up, but sometimes not with the good stuff. But that keeps me from.
You know
an
what
asshole.
happens is because when you're in that kind, you're in that situation, you are getting a little hammered or whatnot. Sometimes you're going with the flow. First of all, if you were probably completely sober, you probably wouldn't have went out with Sean Lennon. I mean, you guys would. You probably would have said hello, how are you? But it wouldn't have been a party atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since he was
It
in a little bit.
it wasn't like a. I don't want to. Yeah,
I know
he
you
was
guys
like
didn't
regular.
go. Yeah, you guys
civilized
didn't go
guy.
out and get
No, we didn't.
annihilated, but you had some cocktails and you got to know him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting though, because I think it was Russell Crowe who you told me that he tried to call you one time and I think you didn't have his phone number or whatnot, or you didn't you weren't able to respond. the database you could have had already from the years. You know, you probably could say, "Hey, Sean, let me get your phone number," and you guys kind of could have corresponded. Or
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm always
you
afraid
ever
to
wonder
go there.
about that, or you never
I
asked?
suppose. I never asked.
You never asked.
Oh, no.
I think that makes you endearing to people, though,
I
because
get
you're not all over their ass going, "Oh, you know, can I have this? Can I have
I
that?"
suppose so, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, just take it as
Yeah.
a fun, enjoyable time. Keep moving on.
No picture with them? Nothing like that?
Must be a picture or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have insisted on a picture with
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean Lennon. Cripes.
Can't beat that one. You know? That's a good one.
I did get a picture with Burt Reynolds, and at the time I had a mustache,
Yeah.
and I didn't know I was going to meet Burt Reynolds.
He's
It was
a
rare to have a mustache at the time.
That's crazy.
That's it's
Oh
another
my
story.
goodness! I think we got thrown off on the Sean Lennon one because I wasn't
We did.
aware of that. That's very, very cool.
Yeah.
I think your brother didn't. It wasn't Sean. It was
His brother,
Yeah, his brother, Julian.
Julian.
Yeah, I think he was over at Junior's shop at one time.
Yeah, Paul owns a scooter that John Lennon owned.
Right.
He used to ride around on the.
I think that's
Right.
very, very cool.
That was really cool seeing them unbox that. Seeing Paul and
Sean.
Julian
Julian.
Lennon came by the shop and they unboxed it and they both rode it around. That
Oh,
was
did
cool.
they really? That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
It seems Junior is really into a lot of Americana memorabilia and whatnot.
He is. He's got some really cool antiques.
He really does.
He got a mail truck.
Yeah.
Like,
He had the Michelin
1820 or
Man. That
something.
thing looks awesome.
Yeah.
He had that little creepy baby. He put a video out. It was a little creepy baby.
Yep.
It's in a crib, and it sort of functions. It looked awesome though. I was like, wow, that's really cool, but it's creepy as shit.
really.
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it very, very cool. But he's got a lot of Americana. It seems like he really is really into that. Was he always into that? Like even during Choppers, or is that sub Choppers why he's doing his own thing?
I don't know. I think he's always been into collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, rustic Americana. Yeah, that's his style.
You know what? There's a lot of. I mean, that's a really collectible art form nowadays.
Big time.
You know.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff since the pickers and all that became very popular got picked. So there's not too many hidden treasures left, I don't think.
No, you're right.
I know where you could find some gems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's
So-
watching Pawn Stars and American Pickers.
Yeah.
I think they just saturated the
Gotcha.
picker market.
So, in terms of art and whatnot, would you consider picking up a paintbrush and doing something? Let's do something maybe on the show. We'll get something going. You painting live, or I think a lot of people would like that. There's been a lot of comments out there wondering, where your art's at. First of all,
I haven't painted in years.
that even makes it better, though. I mean, it makes it fun.
All
It's
right.
not like a lot of what you did from was, what's the genre of it? Were you doing stroke painting? Were you doing, I don't know the terminologies. Were you doing splash paint?
Yeah, splash, splatter.
Okay. All right.
I did a lot of that. I think, yeah, it's a cop out,
That's not a cop-out.
kind of.
That's like a Picasso.
I enjoyed doing portraits as well, but they were shitty.
So
Yeah, they were enjoyable though.
that's it.
Yeah, I would do a painting.
What,
Can't do happy little mountains, trees, and clouds or anything like that, but
well,
it all depends on what I'd have to paint. If I really had to focus, then I might be boring on the show. I'd be just like, give me a sec.
yeah, we got to figure that one
Hold up a
out.
sec.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Anybody have the burn on?
A lot of people were wondering what happened to a lot of your art.
Like, how about you do, instead of the unveiling of Nick's face, you just paint a portrait of Nick?
That's fine. Yeah. Nick, how do you feel about that?
If it's your art, no one will recognize me.
Good. I mean,
That's
listen,
instant
I'll take
karma.
The insult as an okay.
insult,
I just said
negative,
that,
I'll
insult,
take
and
the
then-
insult
negative.
for the positivity
But-
within it.
People can't see. I just said that, put my phone down, and it immediately fell off the table. It was instant karma.
Yeah,
Where-
no, I saw that. Like landed on the corner, did a cartwheel, spun around a few times.
It's okay. I got a good case.
Now you painted a lot for a lot.
All right, so I'll do a portrait of Nick, right?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, some minimalist ones, right?
Okay, I'll do a portrait of you while you're doing Nick.
There we go.
Yeah, not that anybody will give a shit about mine, but
I'll whack it.
No.
You never know, man.
No. A lot of people obviously are asking about the art. Now, did you get rid of it, a lot of it? Did you store a lot of it? Do you still have some of it? Do you, I mean,
I have quite a few abstract, larger pieces.
Okay.
Larger abstract pieces at, at a friend's house
okay.
in his attic.
All right.
But no, yeah, they're all gone. They're either sold or given away, or I think a few shows, like one show, I left everything for the show there. It was in Port Jervis, New York. I just left everything there, and I never went and got it back. They call.
So were you okay? Were you
called for like
vibing
2
back then, or
years.
were you like, or were you?
Oh,
you were
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you were like, just fuck it.
Oh, hey, I'll get back to you. I'm supposed to go out that way.
How many pieces you think you left?
12, 13 pieces, easy. Yeah, and they were all like good, you know. I don't even remember them, so I
They're
don't
like,
know.
your top 13 pieces. You
Yeah.
just left there. Oh
some
my
good pieces, I
God! You know, you hear about things like that. People just leave, valuable things, and they just
Take off.
They just take off. It happens. So why? You still don't feel that itch to painting? I mean, every once in a while you feel like, hey, you know what?
Every now and again. Right now, it sounds pretty good because the winter's coming. You know,
Yeah.
you need something to occupy your time.
Right. Right.
So
I think.
why not? Give it a go, right?
I think it'd be awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um,
right there. Take.
is he taking a picture?
No, he was just picking his nose.
Oh, he's
So I
picking
wanted.
his nose.
That's my boom. That's the one we're using. And we'll do that one too. The knight in shining armor.
I'll get naked. I'll do it.
No, please.
I'll do it right now.
No,
What's that?
no, it's okay.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Well, can you imagine that if you got naked and you?
Oh, he can imagine it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, first
I-
Everybody got
couldn't
enough
do
photos
that.
of
he'd be throwing.
I
up.
couldn't do that if you paid me money.
We'd be
Getting
throwing
naked
up.
in front of friends is weird, I think.
I'm sorry.
I said I think getting naked in front of friends.
Can we
is an
just
odd
stop
thing.
at the naked shit because that's just fucking disgusting.
I want to make it clear that I don't want to get naked.
Okay, but I think I think a lot of people would love to see what just you paint something. I think I would. I'd be cool with that.
But you can have the painting then.
Thank you.
I better see it on the wall.
Well,
in the
yeah,
living room.
whenever we visit.
Of Nick.
Yeah, he just takes it
Yeah.
down and puts it up whenever you
I'm
visit.
just trying to stick you with that. Yeah, no, we're gonna have some fun, man.
think
I'm gonna do some great renderings of Nick,
I think so.
and we'll give it away to a fan, right? Yeah, yeah. How about that?
Come on, no, we don't want to abuse that fan. We can't give it.
I'd rather not. I'd rather have the picture for myself.
All
See,
right,
I knew
very
that
good.
was coming.
It's a nice thing. You ever have a painting of you?
Actually, I do.
Do you?
Yeah. As a kid, my parents had me painted by some guy in Spain, and I think it's still in the house. It's still in the basement closet somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of those kind of things.
yeah. The street caricature.
Yeah. But my buddy John, you met.
Yeah.
He's
Hell of an artist.
a hell of an artist.
Successful.
He's done well with the in the art world. We gotta maybe we'll bring him on sometime and do a little critiquing and showing showing his artwork.
Yeah, he's a lively guy.
He really is good
I
dude.
actually sat next to him on a train down to the city.
Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned that.
How long has he been an artist?
Oh,
Or professionally?
20 years probably
Right.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to go schlep down in the city and do the elbow
Gotta
rubbing.
do
and
the
everything
elbow
like that,
rubbing.
Right?
He's
A
gotta
lot of
do-
things fall through, and then he makes big sales here and there.
Absolutely.
That's pretty good though.
It's tough though because you know what? You can get one big sale.
Yep.
And then, you're sitting there for a period of time
Yeah, with inventory.
with inventory and just trying to meet people. And I didn't realize it, but in that business, and I'm sure you went through it with your studio,
Yeah,
a lot of it is sales. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to go out there, meet people. You got to do the gallery work. You got to
sell yourself and your
gotta
work.
sell your sell
yeah,
yourself.
which is really weird.
Yeah.
especially when you just want to paint. You want that to sell itself, but
Yep.
that's not the way it works. You know?
Yeah, because I don't see you doing that kind of stuff. I'm not like a salesman. I know you're very personal with people, but
Yeah.
just going in there.
I
Yeah,
did this.
exactly.
The reason I did this.
Exactly.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't see you doing that actually. One other thing. Well, I mean, there's been a great week.
Yeah.
You know, coming into fall. We have a very cool thing coming up. We have a cooking contest that
Yes.
we are doing at Jet Set
Jet set.
on the New York waterfront,
Right down there.
down by the Hudson waterfront, Newburgh. What am I saying? Newburgh waterfront. Vinny's going to be there, though, right?
Vinny's going to be there.
Vinny will be cooking with us. We're going to have
And Lukey
Lunchbox.
Yeah, our old friend.
Our old friend. He's
coming
going to
in.
be doing some critiquing of the food.
Yep. We're going to throw our food on the ground if it sucks, probably.
Absolutely. So I think,
God bless him. I don't blame him.
yeah. So come on by if you guys can. If not, what is the address there anyway? Do we have an address?
214. No, I guess we'll flash it
We'll
underneath.
put it out there. We'll put
Right.
it out there.
Here.
And we're going to be doing something special for Halloween too, right? We'll do like a Halloween karaoke kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I think
I'd
that'd
like
be
to
really
do karaoke.
I'd like to do that too.
Halloween karaoke, and we do it right out in the street here. you
That
know?
would be cool.
Yeah, with either the homeless or anybody who's a little bit crazy.
I think it'll be a great night.
There's a lot of interesting. What's that?
You did the mesh.
You did the monster mash.
Yeah, I think
You know,
it'll be
we go
cool.
out there and get it going on, man. It's been a
Yeah.
while since I've done any karaoke. I haven't gone out and done karaoke since before the pandemic.
I think it's We used to go out to the Golden Rail. Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that
a great
was
crowd.
Really, really great.
Great audience.
Really good
Good
crowd.
bar.
yeah.
So I think we just want say thank you, right?
Thank you. Like, comment, and what is
Like,
it, Nick?
comment.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Mikey and Al podcast with
Hey.
Mikey, Al, and myself.
And look
Please
forward to
rem-
seeing you guys soon. Be safe. Or is that
That's it. We're good.
what we got to say?
Yeah.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night.
I guess.
Casey.
Good night. Good morning. And good luck.
In case I don't see you.